What's going on, guys? I hope you're all well. How you doing, guys? I'm Alayton, that scent god, and this is Simply Put Scents. On this channel, we talk about some of the best and worst fragrances on the market today. My goal, as always, is to help you smell amazing, but never ordinary, but never basic. And I'm so grateful that you all are here. Let me close this window, because it could be loud out there. New York streets, crazy, right? Anyway, guys, welcome. As you all know, my name is Alayton. If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for joining. If you're old to this channel, thank you so much for being loyal. As you all might know, my name is Alayton. I'm the fragrance ambassador for Bergdorf Goodman. But more than anything, I am a passionate fragrance enthusiast. I'm not an influencer. Influencers profit off of their influence. I don't. Although I do sell fragrances at Bergdorf Goodman, and I love to share fragrances that are new, that a lot of people ignore or probably don't know about just yet because they haven't really gotten on the hype train, or free bottles haven't been sent to influencers. So it is my absolute pleasure to see you all, and we're gonna get started, guys, because I'm late. Okay, I haven't been on here for a couple of weeks and I missed you all. Hope you're all well. But I wanted to share with you some amazing quick thoughts on a few fragrances, on 4 fragrances that I am excited to talk about to you today. So we're gonna go down the line. And without any further ado, we're just gonna get into these. So I wanted to talk to you all about the new fragrance from Roja. This fragrance is called, can you see that? This fragrance is called Isola Verde. And Isola Verde is an absolute beautiful take on a guava forward fragrance. So yes, Roja is doing guava. Not something people expect from the brand Roja Parfum when you think about it. No one expects Roja to do fruitier fragrances that are trending, you know, but that is the new vibe of Roja Parfum. They are doing their best to appeal to more than just their standard audience, and I don't see anything wrong with that, even though I know a lot of people do find that to be annoying. Personally, I don't believe that's an issue. I think that at the end of the day, if you are a brand that is known for making fragrances that are on the classic side of the tracks, if you do not create fragrances for newer audiences, your fragrance brand absolutely starts to tank and struggle. And once your brand is considered an old brand or classic or an old person's brand, as distasteful as that is, it's difficult for brands to kind of get out that box, you know? But I do appreciate where Roja is going. The issue, though, is that a lot of his fragrances that people will be smelling lately, they're likable. They're not challenging. And that's actually a trend. Let's do it this way, because Amouage also has a similar thing going on where their fragrances aren't as challenging as they used to be, and fans of the brand, like enthusiasts of the Amouage brand, are not as happy with the new direction. But again, if we don't evolve, we fall off, you know? And that's just the facts. That's what business, that's business. Too far away? What you mean? What you mean by that, clown balls? You can't hear me? So, oh yeah, you're talking about the bottle. Okay, so anyway, so what I found out about this fragrance. So what you're gonna smell is an absolute juicy experience that I think is beautiful, that I don't see doing bad at all. I think this fragrance is going to be a huge, huge deal for the company and for the fragrance line. Isola Verde is probably the juiciest, most easy to understand fruity fragrance from the Roja Parfum brand. And honestly, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. This fragrance features orange, clementine, Davana, guava in the middle. Excuse me. Top notes, clementine, Hidione, and orange. Middle notes, Davana, guava, lily of the valley, magnolia, melon, and osmanthus. Thank you so much, brother. And And in the base notes, you have notes of ambroxan, cardamom, cedarwood, Dutch tobacco, patchouli, pink pepper, rum, and sandalwood. A lot of those ingredients are going to be very difficult to detect when you smell this scent. As soon as you smell it, it comes across like a melange of fruit. The guava, the melon, the osmanthus, the citrus hits your nose all at once. And that's one of the things that I find interesting about this fragrance, because you rarely see guava, you rarely see fruit notes in the middle of the fragrance or in the heart of the scent. Usually fragrances with fruit, they die down way before the heart. So in Isola Verde, we're getting a really, really juicy guava. You're gonna notice the guava, it smells like the best smoothie ever, guys. Ah, the clementine in this fragrance is popping. It's obvious. It's way more present than the orange in this scent. But mandarin and clementine kind of fill a similar role in a fragrance. They offer a sweetness, a juiciness to a perfume without the zest that you notice from the rind in orange, yuzu, or bergamot. It's not as zesty as your typical citruses. And then as soon as those kind of calm down, it just gives way to melon and guava. The fruitiness in this fragrance is great. It's juicy, it's alive. What people are gonna hate about this fragrance is that it's not a loud scent, but it's a fragrance that's not meant to be a loud scent. It is absolutely beautifully done, but in a way that's on the softer side, as fragrances like this typically live. If this fragrance were made to be more intense, it would lose the freshness that I really find amazing about this scent. This is one of the best tropical experiences in a perfume I've smelled in a very, very, very long time. I love guava in a fragrance. And I love the fact that this is a fruity, playful fragrance from the Roja Parfum line. Again, a new money experience from Roja, but in a way that still smells elevated and upscale. Is it as elevated and upscale to warrant the price tag? Yes. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Yes. You know why? Because if you have a ton of money burning holes in your pocket, and you smell a fragrance like this, you're gonna spend it to buy it, to own it, because it's that attractive. And it doesn't smell like other fragrances on the market for less money. So when a fragrance line offers an expensive experience that is not available in a less expensive experience, can't be mad. Now, have this smelled like, I don't know, like a Prada perfume? That would be annoying. I would be the first person to rip this fragrance apart. But it doesn't smell like anything that I know. It doesn't smell like anything that I own. And I think it's attractive. It's absolutely attractive. So you're gonna notice in Isola Verde, you're gonna see the interesting green crystal cap. The first it was Isola Blue. Isola Blue, which is a reinterpretation of Oligarch by Roja, is a lot more masculine, a lot more green, mineral smelling. Then you had Isola Soul, my least favorite of the three Isolas, and that was more of like a suntan lotion experience, like a solar floral, a bougie suntan lotion for sure, but in my opinion, not even worth doing if you're the Roja company, because that has been absolutely done all day long. Isola Soul basically is a scent that's in a category that's way overdone. How many suntan lotion fragrances needs to be available on the market? Not that many, at least not now. But of course, Isola Soul came out at a time when it was like the trend. And again, that's what a lot of people who love Roja is going to be annoyed by. The fact that Roja is meeting trendy experiences, you know, or giving his take on a trendy experience or scent or note. And a lot of people, again, might not like that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But I have to say, if you're someone who has extra resources and you want an amazing fruity fragrance for the summer, this is going to be very difficult to measure up to, or very difficult to surpass if you're a fan of guava or a tropical scent that doesn't smell like suntan lotion. Let's be honest. Every one of these fragrances that kind of give off resort vibes, they usually smell like something you put on your skin to protect yourself from the sun. This is not that, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's a scent that you'd want to sip. I'm gonna just put it to you like that. I'm a huge fan. I think it's brilliant. Okay, the next fragrance, and I know I talked about this a little bit, and we're gonna get into this like I'm gonna go back into revisiting these because this is a very, very kind of like a fragrance speed dating kind of video for real. So we're gonna get into these and get out of these. So for me, I find that this fragrance was done by Roja Parfum's new fragrance designer. His name is Antoine Coton, or Cotton, but Coton or Coton, excuse me. So Antoine Coton is the perfumer behind this fragrance. It is not an expected scent from Roja Parfum. This does not come across like the Roja you know, but again, that's not a big problem. It does offer sophistication. It does offer like naturality. It smells alive. Like this fragrance has ingredients that absolutely smells realistic on skin. It's just very attractive, guys. It's a beautiful citrusy, fruity fragrance. I mean, I would absolutely want to sit next to the person wearing this on the plane. I'm just saying. Anyway, insanely beautiful fragrance. Another fragrance from the line, another fragrance that I wanted to talk to you all about is from my favorite fragrance brand in the world, Amouage. Why is Amouage my favorite fragrance brand? Well, if you were to go into my collection of fragrance, this is the brand that I have the most bottles of. I think I own about 30 fragrances from Amouage alone, and that includes some of their attars or their oils also. I am a huge fan of this line. And I'm a maximalist when it comes to Amouage. So, like a lot of people who are smelling Amouage fragrances and they're getting a little bit annoyed at the fact that their perfumes are not as challenging as they used to be, I can't sit I can't sit under that tent because, to be honest with y'all, I'm not mad at the new direction of Amouage. I'm not mad that I'm not mad at Cotin, excuse me. That's the way people pronounce his name in France. So his mother would call him Cotin. Cotin Biche, in my opinion, is creative, interesting. He's adding his spin on the fragrance world and he's changing things. And some people are mad by that, but I don't feel the anger that a lot of people do. Like one of my favorite YouTubers of perfume, his name is Mark, Robzo8. Brilliant channel. If you don't know about Robzo8, I don't know what the heck you're doing. You need to very much so subscribe to that guy because Mark's videos, you know, sometimes he could be very jaded when it comes to certain fragrances, and sometimes he can be, you know, a little bit harsh on certain brands that he's not a fan of, but he is fair for the most part, you know, and I think his channel is brilliant, but he destroys Coton's perfumes. Coton's perfumes is not in Mark's wheelhouse, but I don't know why. I think they're brilliant. I think a lot of them are brilliant. Yes, sometimes his fragrances smell like some fragrances he's done before for other lines, and that's because he tends to do a lot with this one particular note called Akigala wood. And Akigala wood, is Akigala wood in Decision? Not from what I know. So Decision is the newest fragrance along with Existence from Amouage. Decision is made for masculine taste. Existence made for feminine taste. I really like both. This, however, is my favorite of the two. I think Decision, if you've ever smelled Outlands from Amouage, if you've ever smelled Outlands, which is Cecile Zarokian's fragrance, to me, Decision reminds me of a summertime, a fresh take on Outlands, you know? So Outlands is very, very deep, very, very heavy, very, very beautiful, very long lasting, and very loud, right? But Decision is not as loud, not as heavy, very fresh, and it features notes of pink pepper. Let me show you on my screen. So this fragrance features notes of pink pepper, bergamot, cardamom, frankincense, juniper berry, myrrh, atlas cedar, vanilla, and patchouli. Another fragrance again made by Coton Biche, and as I already said, but I really, really love the way this smells. For this fragrance to have so many dark ingredients, it's insane how fresh this scent is. I don't know how this is the case. I don't get it, because other than juniper berry, bergamot, pink pepper, and maybe cardamom, everything else in this fragrance, maybe cedar, everything else in this fragrance tends to be on the heavier, thicker, deeper side. And yet this is a very versatile experience that you can wear in hot and cold weather with no issues. Decision, in my opinion, is a brilliant experience, a very, very fresh, clean fragrance that doesn't have the Akagali wood experience that everyone is kind of probably worn out with Coton because he uses it so often. But Decision, in my opinion, is just a very, very attractive scent. I wanted to see if I could find, you know what, forget it. It's a very attractive fragrance that, in my opinion, will absolutely have you smelling brilliant. It is very, very, very beautiful. It kind of reminds me of like being like surrounded by clouds or pillows. It has like a very interesting like airiness to it, but there's a lot of depth in this scent, and I am so into it. I don't know what it is, guys, but damn, this is good. Oh no, I'm gonna wear this tonight out the store. Yeah, I know, I'm overdoing it. It's okay. I'm about to go on the train. I'm a fragrance ambassador. I need to be a billboard for the fragrances that I like. Anyway, I really, really overdosed on this fragrance, but don't worry guys, I find that this is not as loud as a lot of Amouage fragrances are. Definitely, this is a fragrance I would not be surprised if there is an extrait or an extrait version. I wouldn't be surprised if a Decision 51 comes out in a few weeks or in a few months or in a year, because I think this fragrance is going to do exceptionally well. There's also a creaminess to this scent that I just can't believe. It's major, guys. It is really, really good. I think it's coming from obviously it's coming from the vanilla. It's not overly smoky, so the myrrh and the frankincense in this fragrance is not going to add a crazy smokiness to it. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. And I do feel like this also fits within the Amouage line. Like, to me, this isn't a scent that I would be like, ooh, what are they doing? Why did they make this? It's insane, okay? Now this, on the other hand, beautiful, but not Amouage at all. This fragrance, in my opinion, doesn't remind me of what Amouage would have made for ladies in the past. Amouage fragrances for ladies, other than, let's say, like Honor, for instance, which is one of their oldest scents for ladies. Honor, oh, hold on. My bad, guys. When I first smelled this, come on, this way. There we go. When I first smelled this, there we go. Oof. Okay. Green, floral, feminine. However, I definitely can see a lot of men wearing it. This is another fragrance by Coton. Coton Biche made this as well. And this fragrance features lily of the valley, rose, frankincense, mystical, another proprietary ingredient by Givaudan. Also labdanum, white musk, ambergris, and benzoin. I like this fragrance. I like the greenness of it. The rose in this perfume really, really hits. You'll definitely notice the musk as soon as you spray it. And there's a greenness coming from the labdanum in the scent, which is kind of like a green resinous experience. I'm not a fan. I like it. It definitely fits within the florals of Amouage, but it doesn't come across to me like an Amouage fragrance. I'm gonna be completely honest. This is definitely going outside of their comfort zone, going outside of what they're known for, and doing something unique and different from what's expected of them. This smells like something Amouage would do for a modern audience. This smells like, I guess it could smell like something. No, it doesn't. No. No. I like it. I respect it. I think it's a beautiful composition. But I wouldn't prioritize this fragrance. Maybe it's because I have masculine taste. I do like pretty perfumes, don't get me wrong. One thing I will say, it smells niche. It doesn't smell like a designer scent. It's pretty. Absolutely pretty. But I also feel like it's a little on the mature side. Women might love it though. I don't know. I have not tested this. It just came into the store today. But I'm not as much a fan of Existence as I am in Decision. Decision, I feel like, is a beautiful experience. I've been wearing this for the last couple of days. And in my opinion, this fragrance is definitely like at least an 8 on me, you know. Existence, you know, kind of like okay, but not as impressive as Decision. Women can wear both of them. Men can wear both of them as well. They both smell niche. One does not come across as Amouage in my opinion though. I think when a perfumer makes fragrances for a brand, it's a good idea to try to like create what the brand would do in your way. And I don't know if Conton made that happen with this one. Although I feel like once those florals kind of chill out, which they're in the top of the scent, Lily of the Valley and Rose are top notes. Once those calm down, it does get better and better. So I feel like it's more impressive as it dries down, but the opening is a little bit, you know, not, you know. Anyway, last but not least, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. I got to talk to y'all about this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Decision, as I mentioned, in terms of performance, I found that the Roja fragrance Isola Verde is about 6 to 7 hours, about 6 hours or 7 hours in that world, 6 to 7. Some people might find it's between 5 and 7. I think that's a safe little way to put it. 5 to 7 hours for Isola Verde. Decision, very, very intense, but softly intense. Like it doesn't fill the room, but people will notice you when you even get near them. It's soft but intense at the same time. Again, in that world, like Coton made a fragrance called Tilia by Marc-Antoine Barrois, which also has a similar vibe of being a strong scent, even though it wears on the lighter side. You feel like it's soft, but it's punchy, it's present, you know. Isola Verde, okay. Excuse me, Isola Verde. This is called Eau de Jour by Veronique Gabbai. Guys, oh my God. Shucks, I put on so much Decision, I can't even get away with this because they won't work as a combo. But guys, if you're looking for an amazing neroli perfume, you gotta smell this one. The newest fragrance from Veronique Gabbai is beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful experience of flowers, incense, amber, and spices. Absolutely beautiful. See, one of the things that I love about this fragrance from Veronique, it has, Italian lemon, lavender, musk, neroli, orange, Paraguayan Petitgrain, Haitian vetiver, amber frankincense, and Guatemalan cardamom. To be honest with you guys, I wish this fragrance was in this bottle. As weird as that sounds. I really, really wish this fragrance was in this bottle. If Amouage was going to do a scent that's very floral forward, man, is this amazing. It kind of reminds me of something Amouage would do in their new way, in their new iteration, but Veronique basically beat them to the punch. This is insanity. Insane fragrance. Long lasting for a beautiful take on neroli. Neroli fragrances, this and Neroli Plein Sud or Plein Sud, seriously some of my favorite nerolis that were made over the last couple of years. I am absolutely blown away by this fragrance. It smells a lot more interesting than a lot of like neroli fragrances, and I think it has a lot to do with the citruses, the lavender, the cardamom, and the musk. There's a soapiness, obviously, coming from the lavender and neroli. The citruses of lemon and orange together just does an amazing job greeting your nose. It's juicy also. You'll definitely notice that also as it dries down, the musk. Now, the frankincense, the vetiver, the cardamom, and this fragrance, the Petitgrain, all aid in adding depth to a scent that could easily be very, very one-dimensional. A lot of neroli fragrances tend to be flat, you know? They don't have a lot of nuance and a lot of color, right? This fragrance, though, is colorful, brilliantly done, and you're rarely going to hear people talk about this. I already know. These three are going to get a ton of discussion online. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Everyone's going to be on this all day. This, however, is going to be the hidden gem that no one will talk about but should. And I'm telling you now, get your nose on this. Get to Bergdorf, get to a Neiman's, get to a place where these fragrances are offered. You must try this fragrance if you're a fan of a summer option that doesn't smell simple, that doesn't smell basic, and smells very, very expensive for the style of scent it is. $275, guys. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's just happy, clean, refreshing. You know what I mean? A niche neroli that's easy to wear, right? And based on the way this smells, I wouldn't just limit my wear to this for just the summer. I would easily be able to wear this fragrance all year if I chose, you know? Colder months, it doesn't come across like a colder weather fragrance, but this fragrance has a ton of depth that makes it easy to wear all year, even though it's a style of scent that you would typically just reserve for the warmer months. But fragrances that have a style for the warmer months, but a performance for the colder months, I wear them anywhere. I wear them anytime because I feel like they're versatile. The spices in this fragrance is insanely beautiful. There's a little touch of cardamom. It's not doing too much, but it's just adding a little bit of something. You know what I mean? And the frankincense as well. The frankincense in this fragrance is not as bold and what you would expect from, let's say, an Amouage frankincense forward scent, and it's not adding it's a smokiness to the scent, but again, it's adding more depth. Beautifully, beautifully full and a lot of depth in this scent. I love neroli. The lavender and the neroli in this fragrance are like playing like a tug of war. It's like I'm winning, no, I'm winning, no, I'm winning. They're just playing this game on my skin that's just absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Get your nose on Eau de Jour. This perfume, in my opinion, is going to do exceptionally well in the heat. You're going to love it. If you love warm weather fragrances, you must know this exists. You must get your nose on Decision. You must get your nose on Isola Verde. This as well, especially if you're into Lily of the Valley. If you're not into Lily of the Valley, you can skip it. But if you love Lily of the Valley, if you love florals that are done in a very interesting, natural way, you must get your nose on Existence as well. So those are kind of like my overall thoughts on these 4 fragrances. I am absolutely going to be talking about them more. I want to again apologize to you all for not being here earlier. I've been so busy. Life has been lifing, guys, but I'm very, very grateful to be on here, and I'm very grateful for you all checking out this video. But yeah, I'm curious, have you all heard anything about any of these scents? Have you all tried them? None of these fragrances would I describe as dark frankincense, Carl. None of them have like a dark style to them at all. You know, they're not dark frankincense fragrances. These are all scents that are made beautifully for the warm weather. You can wear all of them in 90-degree heat without feeling like they're attacking you, you know, or your skin, or the people in the room with you. They're built beautifully for the heat. And the fall. I would wear Decision all year. I would wear Eau de Jour all year. These 2, mostly I would wear in the spring, summer, and spring, yeah. Yeah, but none of these have dark frankincense style scents to them. They're not heavy. The frankincense in these 3 scents are just adding, again, like a nuance, a depth, making it more full and less flat and simple and basic. Just making them smell expensive, guys. It's adding bouginess to the fragrances without changing the style. So yeah, I am into them. I think all 4 of them are worth trying out. Women, do not sleep on Decision, even though this is a men's fragrance. And men, do not sleep on Isola Verde, even though it's more of a prettier, fruity scent. Men and women will absolutely smell amazing in this fragrance. But yeah, these are some of my favorite new fragrances at Bergdorf Goodman. I am absolutely excited about them. I will likely be getting these 3. I'm scheming on them. I'm letting y'all know right now. These 3 are probably getting in my collection. I'll let you know when I do what, but I think they're all excitingly beautiful perfumes. This will get a ton of hate, and that's because they're expensive. I really don't know why. Yeah, it's going to get a ton of hate because people are going to think, ooh, this is way too expensive for the type of fragrance this is. It is not meant for you if you think that way. This is meant for the person who wants to smell amazing and smell exclusive. They're not meant for people who is looking for value in their fragrances. If you're someone who's thinking about longevity in your fragrance for the price, you're thinking about value. And it's not meant for those considerations. It's not. It's meant for the person who wants to smell amazing, amazingly clean, amazingly fruity, amazingly naturally fruity, amazingly tropical, without coming across on the nose, without coming across like a scent that you'll smell everywhere. It's priced for exclusivity. That's it. It's priced for exclusivity. It's priced so that the person who decides to spend the money on it won't smell their fragrance in every elevator they get into. That's the purpose of the fragrance. The price and the scent are divorced. The price is for exclusivity. The scent is for beauty. It's for wearing. It's for attracting. And I don't feel like they go hand in hand. They don't. You're buying this for the exclusive experience, for the hard to find, hard to access nature of it. You're wearing it to smell like no one else. That's it. But again, you don't have to spend the money that this fragrance costs to smell expensive. Just go to a store where Roja Parfum is sold and wear it. You don't have to spend the money to wear this fragrance. Just go to a store and spray it on yourself. And now you smell like $1 million for the day you wear it. That's it, you know? Instead of being upset that, this fragrance is so expensive and it's fresh and it's clean and it's not that strong. Who cares? It's attractive. It's natural. It's well considered. And that's all that really matters. People like it when they smell it. I've showed this to a bunch of people in the store and they're all impressed. By the way, guys, We're having 12 bottles sent to our store in May. This perfume, I don't believe, is launching until June. So we will be getting early bottles. So I will be able to pre-sell them. If you're a fan, just text me. Text me on my cell and I will be able to assist you if you are a fan and want to cop this perfume. All you have to do is call my number 929-316-6315 and I will do my best to hold a bottle for you if you smelled it and you want it and you don't want to wait till June. All right, guys, so yeah, I'm here for you if you need it, but whether you shop with me or not, I'm just grateful that you're here to listen. You know, thank you so much for checking out my opinions on 4 absolutely beautiful fragrances that are going to absolutely do damage on your skin this summer and the rest of the spring. Have you all noticed that everyone's completely skipped spring? It's like as soon as the winter was done, people just went right into the summer. No one is doing spring videos. Everything is summer videos. Like, what's going on? Is the spring done? It's like, are we not having spring in places of the year? Like, I mean, in certain places in the country? I don't get it. Like, I don't see any spring fragrances videos, spring fragrance videos now. It's like winter fragrances and then straight to summer fragrances. Like, what the hell? Where's the spring stuff? You know? Anyway, guys. Thank you all, as always, for coming through. I will definitely try to do a video this Thursday as well where I can go in further depth after I've been abusing these bottles and taking them home with me and smelling more. But, well, not taking them home, but, you know, wearing them, taking it with me on my skin, I should say. But I'm definitely going to get these 3. Absolutely. In some order. Can't say when, but I'm getting all 3 at some point. I'm just letting y'all know. But anyway, guys, I'm so grateful again for your viewing me and for checking out the channel as always. You all are absolutely the best. My favorite people on the internet, absolutely. Hope you all, there is no spring and fall in the fragrance community. When did that happen, Carl? Am I missing something? When did that happen? Like, I love doing spring videos. I love doing like fall fragrance videos and I love those in-between months. They give you more versatility. You can wear more different, you can wear more things, you know, you can, I don't know, people are bugging. Influencers are influencing the wrong way. Anyway. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming through. And as I keep saying that over and over and over again and keep saying more things. But anyway, I got to get the heck out of here. It's 7:15, the store closes at 7. I hope you're all blessed. Hope you're all well. Thank you so much. And I'll see you later this week because I definitely want to catch up. I want to do some topic videos also, other than just talking about new scents all the time. Anyway, guys, have a blessed one. I will speak to you all later. And I'm Alayton, that scent god. And this is Simply Put Scents. And I'm simply OUT, guys. Peace.